There is no such a thing like magic yoga for tight hips, but this practice is pretty close to it. Just understand that the pelvic area goes through a lot during any type of running. Hi everyone, my name is Monica. Welcome to your hip mobility yoga for runners. If you are a runner and struggling with tight hips, you are not alone. I used to be a runner myself and I had pain in my hips on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I didn't know back then how yoga can help me with this challenge. This yoga flow today is designed specifically to improve your hip mobility and prevent injuries so you can run longer, stronger, and pain free. So do this exercise, this practice for 15 minutes, 3, 4 times minimum a week. Okay, so let's get started. As we're coming into our seated position, keep your feet open as wide as your mat and start moving your knees simply side to side. Your hands are behind you underneath your shoulders, keeping yourself relaxed as you start just warming up the hip. And check in right away. Feel the mobility, the level of achiness maybe you have in that area. Always just acknowledge. And now let's open up the feet wider and relax both knees towards the left side. Okay, you can always adjust. You bend your knees a bit more, bring your feet in more. Try to lower your upper body towards the left knee, over your left shin. And then you can use pillow at this case at the beginning to get used to. And then just lower yourself down later on as you're getting better at it. Now, simply switch the knees towards the opposite direction to the right. Turn your upper body towards the right and then lean over your right knee, right shin. And then relax the upper body as much as you can. Keep your breath very deep and steady. That helps you to relax the body further. Good, and then come back into the center. Now, just place your right ankle over your left thigh and drag your right heel in close to the sit bones, and then keep the upper body straight. Your hands are underneath your shoulders and press your chest hard a little bit forward. And just notice how you feel in the hip. Then extend your leg straight down towards the mat and then relax the left knee without removing your foot from the top of your thighs. Okay, just notice if you can put a tiny bit of a pressure. Just watch out for your knee. Good, and now let's switch the side. Left foot is on the top of your right foot, actually, sorry, on the left thighs. And then again, same thing, drag your left heel in close to your sit bone. Upper body straight, long spine. Then extend your left leg straight and then press on your right thighs. Be careful with the knee, gently put a pressure on, mainly on the thighs, okay? Good, and extend the legs. Now we are transitioning and coming up on our knees. Now coming, your knees are hip width apart and lifting. You can place your hands on your hip for now. Just notice the position of the hip and lean back, all right? And just keep the body in one straight line, moving back and forth. Notice how you feel in the hip. Some of you might like the idea to bring your arms forward, compensating and keeping you in a good balance, good as you move back and forth. Great, and now slowly relax your head back, shoulders back, and place your hands on your back. As you do that, keep pressing the hip forward and make some observations how you feel there. And come back slowly, sit close to your heels. As you sit back on your heels, bring your feet together, open your knees a bit, keep your hands in the front, and then keep the spine long. Just notice how you feel. And if you're ready, then bring all your weight and sit on your heels. And the next improvement, if you getting close to doing the full expression, is to bring your hands behind you. So be patient Every time you practice, you go a little bit further. If you can even lift your hip off the mat, right? And then be opening the chest heart towards the ceiling. Keep pressing the hip forward. And then notice how you feel in that area. And then coming out of the pose, just simply come forward, open your feet, and try to sit back now in between your lower legs towards the mat. Moving back and forth at this point helps you to release the hip area and stretch, create more mobility. And just be patient, move slowly. All right, and then see if you can put your forearms down and forehead down. And some of you are absolutely fine to even extend your arms forward and just flatten and relax the upper body. Check in with your hip, how you feel. This is more intense position. This is the goal for many of you to be okay with. Good, and then come out slowly. Close your knees back to hip width apart. And bring your right foot forward in between your hands towards the front of your mat. Make sure that as you bend the front knee and you press forward, you keep your upper body straight. You're going to feel the opening in the left side, mainly of the hip, and your knee is not passing your toes. Good. And then place your hands down and wiggle the foot over to the left side and place your shin down on the mat in front of you. This is the pigeon pose, very famous, very good for the hip mobility, but you can modify to bring your heel in closer to the pelvic area, and eventually, if you can, bring the shin into the position when it's parallel with the front of your mat. Good. Bring your knee back, the other foot. Simply bring the foot forward between your hands, the left foot this time, and just press the hip forward. Create again a great stretch in the right side of the hip area. Opening, stretching. Good. And now again, as you're ready, move that left foot to the right side and just create the right angle. And then lift up. Make sure your upper body stays aligned, your shoulders are aligned, and the neck is long. Good. And coming out, just bring your knee back beside the other one. As you just press the hip now to the left and the right side, slowly you're going to feel, what's present. And keep your knees on the mat, right? Glued to the mat. All right, now step again forward with your right foot, but this time to the very right side, top corner of your mat. Keep your left hand on the left side and press against your leg from the inner thighs, okay? So particularly on the thighs, your thumbs are light, and you're gonna feel that your palm is pressing against mainly the upper thighs. If your knee is sensitive, move your hand up towards the inner thighs a bit more. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, good. And then just notice how much you can press the leg out towards the side, opening the hip. So the pressure is not on the knee itself, it's underneath the knee, going down towards the upper thighs. Good. And back to the center, extend. Good. And then you're back on your knees. Now, open your knees wide and tuck the toes under. And as you bring your arms behind you, the goal is to place our hands on the back of our heels. But at the beginning, you might be just happy with placing your hands on the back of your hamstrings or even on the lower back. And you're going to progress as you practice more, right? And keep your breath steady. And just stay a little bit at the beginning and right away come forward and relax your upper body, relax your arms, come back to your long, deep, long breathing. And then as you're coming back again, coming up, now tuck the toes under and move into your squat pose. This is another pose that might need to be, modified at the beginning. Maybe you have something behind you, or you have a pillows or books underneath your sit bone, but create the version that you can. And then sit back down. We're lowering ourselves on our mat. Just lie down, keeping your arms alongside, and bend your knees and walk your heels close to your fingers, and simply lift your hip high up in the air. Try to bring the hip up to the highest level that you can. Engage your glutes maybe even, and keep your neck long in a bridge pose, and move your feet closer to each other. See if you can create the next pose. Lift and place your right foot on the top of the left thigh, and then let your hip to stay balanced, but let also your leg to be light. So relax the knee and try the other side. Okay, it doesn't need to be so long time, just few seconds. Just notice how you feel. Your left foot is on the top of your right thigh now. Keep the hip balanced, squared. Good, and place your foot down. Lift up one more time, coming into the bridge again. And now as you move yourself a little bit side to side in the air, just check in, feeling the hip, feeling your knees too in the same time. Back to center, and lower your hip down, lower back. Hold on to the knees, squeeze them in, and do some very nice gentle circles in the air with both knees moving one direction first and then switching towards the other direction. Good, and now check in, feel the hip, what's happening in that area. Good, squeeze the knee in again one more time. So now hold on to both feet from outside with your hands. Make sure your arms are inside of your legs as you draw the knees down towards the mat beside you. Doing some rocking, it helps to massage your spine. It feels nice. It's really good. And then relax the pose. As again, your feet are landing as wide as your mat, let both knees to fall towards the left side first, and then turn your head to the right side. Arms are in T shape or cactus position. It gives you the chance to just to let go, and then turn your head to the left and move your knees towards the right side. Relaxing, letting go. And back to the center slowly. Good. And then as your sole of the feet is together, relax the knees, let them open and sink towards the mat. Just acknowledge how you feel in that area. Let yourself to sink and go into a nice, steady, deeper breath as you start extending your legs out to the front. Open them as wide as your mat, arms alongside, palms are up, and don't forget about long neck positioning. You are in Shavasana. Now just rest, relax, and do this practice really minimum 3-4 times a week, and you're gonna see the result. It's such a good way to relax the hip area. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.